Hello, this is Broly SS Guide back with another video. And this video here is just to talk about Insomniac and Marvel, right? And people are talking about, they're getting hero fatigue and that Insomniac should make different games. And I'm not going to agree with that because I feel like Insomniac is doing such a great job with, making these Marvel games, in my opinion. And Sony has some great games, but you gotta come on, man. Like, be honest, we don't have anything big as Call of Duty compared to what Microsoft have right now, Xbox has right now, right? This is not a console war type of thing going on, nothing like that. But this is just a video of me saying that I think that Sony does need Marvel because that's the only thing that's really pretty much bigger than Call of Duty. I'm not talking about, as far as game sales wise, but I'm talking about as far as popularity wise, as far as like a well known brand. Marvel is shit, yeah. That's it's a big brand, it's a big name. You know? Now back to the fatigue thing. Now as far as with me, I love superheroes. I love Marvel and DC. I'm not a huge anime fan like that. I know you see the Broly thing going on. I do like Broly. I like very few of anime I like. But I'm not the kind of fan to go out there and say, well, I gotta go buy all this anime shit and wear fucking, you know, fox, foxtails and my shit. No, I don't do all that. I ain't into it like that. You know what I'm saying? I only go to Japan to, you know, show my loyalty to like anime shit and all like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's just me. Anyway, though, back to the subject. Um, yeah, as far as the fatigue thing, what I'm getting fatigued of is not Marvel. I'm getting fatigued of hearing about Souls games. Oh my god, that's all I hear is when is the next Bloodborne? Um, or like the next game would be like another Souls like game. I'm like, damn, dude, another game with a damn stamina bar shit again, taking health potions and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I'm getting fatigued of that shit. Give me my Marvel, please. I'd rather have the Marvel shit than have all these Souls damn games. That's all I hear. Oh, another Souls game's coming out. I don't hear anybody saying they fatigued of that shit. Fatigued of swinging a sword and losing your damn breath. You know what I'm saying? Or fighting the damn boss that's gonna kill you or go billion times. But yeah, a Marvel game, or we get fatigued of Marvel or superheroes. Really? I mean, some people don't really like Marvel like that anyway. A lot of people, I'm not gonna say, I ain't gonna say a lot, but some people just don't fuck with like American heroes like that. They want to jump on they on the bandwagon with like anime shit or something like both. But a lot of people these days are switching over to like anime because of not being woke and all that. But see, with me, I understand that do your thing. I'm not hating nothing like that. But for me, I don't look at the negative shit that's going on with Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Like for me to say, well, I don't want to play no Marvel game unless it's woke shit in it. Then yeah, I understand that. But like if it's based on a comic book and the comic book's woke, but the character like Storm or Wolverine, those characters you grew up on loving and liking, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have history with the comic books of how great they were then, and you still got those comic books now, what I do is I just go back to the ones I used to read. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is what made this character great. This is what made them so good. I don't go to the new shit they have these days because it's all woke bullshit. But I won't let that make me feel like, well, since that all this is coming out woke from Marvel, then I gotta hate these Marvel characters. Nah, I'm not gonna hate my characters because of what somebody behind that character is what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna get fatigued because they put out so much Marvel shit. I get fatigued of the woke shit though, yeah, but not the character itself because the character has nothing to do with the writing behind that character. So But if the game is good, then yeah, I will not. I will support it, and I won't mind playing it. But that's any game. Any game could be woke and all that shit. It could be anime games could be woke, but you can take it there too. It ain't just Marvel and DC. You know what I'm saying? Like those games could be woke too. Any game could be fucking woke. You know what I'm saying? But shit. All I'm saying is I enjoy Marvel games, and I want to see more of it. I hope that Sony makes like they said, they're doing an open world game, and I would love to see it like brought out like DC Universe Online. I want it like massive, or like Marvel Heroes. Like, make it like that, but make it like DC Universe. I want it like you can just free roam, do what you please, and have. But I want my characters. I don't want to make a character. I want to have the characters like the actual Marvel character, but you get to customize them with your different outfits of what that character was supposed to wear. You know, um, yeah, and I say keep pushing forward. Assuming I hope to God they keep messing with Marvel, and there's so many characters in Marvel they can choose from. They don't have to just stay with Spider Man. They can do the X Men, X Force. They could do the Fantastic Four. They could do it don't have to be just Marvel. They could do DC. They could do Image Comics. This guys, I like comics. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be so racist, but I like American comics though. Like these Image comic books by Tom McFarlane and all that shit. Bring that in here. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, Spawn. Imagine getting Spawn as a game, bruh. By SONY. Cause they about to bring out Venom. What? Venom is pretty much the spawn of Spawn. You know what I'm saying? Like Todd McFarlane made Venom from Spawn. Like if y'all didn't know that, he designed that character from Spawn, somewhat. The symbiote suit. That's kind of like Spawn's ability to the shape shift stuff and everything with his cape, and also his suit. It can turn stuff into weapons and all that. Um, Eddie's power. Well, I don't want to get to all that, but I'm just saying it's like they had some similarities. That's all. But back what I was saying to the fatigue thing, like I could never get fatigued of Marvel, bro, or DC. Something that I grew up with. So like I don't know what's going on with these days. How people are just switched over to this straight anime and talking about the Toro this and all these other cartoons, all these, to each his own, that's all, but, I was born and raised on, my Marvel and my DC, so that's what I go by. I like Dragon Ball too, don't get me wrong, I do like Dragon Ball, but I'm not putting that over my Marvel and DC, but, yeah, I just feel like it's telling me I should continue making more Marvel. I'm not saying every game in the world, every game gotta be Marvel, but I think that
Yo, it's good to see you.
oh God, why I come out here? But I think it's good that we have well-known characters and games to come out for from Insomniac because you know biggest Call of Duty is there's not a lot of games on PlayStation right now that's even contest Call of Duty. I mean, it's not even a Marvel thing, but like I said, it's more recognizable than the Call of Duty. Um, as far as going back to old IPs and stuff, yeah, we could definitely use that. For like Heavenly Sword, um, Twisted Metal, uh, oh yeah, and also some shooting games as well, like Killzone would be pretty cool to get that back. Killzone would be a great game to bring back, but I don't know why Sony ain't bringing that back. I don't know what's going on with them. But right now, that's what I can see is Marvel being a good feature for Sony. I can also for like PlayStation. You know, yeah. I just hope that they continue making these great um, Marvel games. I heard that Spider-Man 2 didn't do so well as far as the bugs and shit, but it's doing well with gameplay. Well, with the story, it was pretty decent for what I heard. It was pretty good. Best hero game ever. What I've been hearing from a lot of people. I don't have it yet, but I will be getting it soon to find out for myself. But I heard they did pretty good with the game. So yeah, um, I'm looking forward to playing it. And I heard you can play as Venom in it as well, so that sounds pretty interesting. That sounds pretty cool.
What's happening, Hunter?
And yeah, like
The legend walks among us.
yeah, like
Fine,
Marvel's getting
speak.
a lot of hate, you know, lately from like the movies and all that kind of stuff. But you know, you got people that actually can make a great game, and we can be getting Wolverine. Oh my God, I forgot about that. We're getting Wolverine soon, man, and I'm looking forward to that too. But I really want them to like. Now it's about to be a long video. Like now, when they bring in Wolverine, I heard. I hope to God. I hope to God that they bring in the X-Men like later on, like like you might get to see one or two X-Men, and then like slowly we start to see the full team of the X-Men. Then you get an X-Men game. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you get to see all these characters, but I want them as a group. I don't want everything to be individually. You know, I don't want to see just one person out of the X Men at a time. I want to see the whole roster of the X Men in the game. You get to play all these characters and make it like multiplayer, but yeah, like it could be a story-driven game too as well. But I don't, you know, that's one of the games they can do with X Men. It's like you can have like kind of like Marvel's Avengers. You know, you play it online co-op with the story. Matter of fact, nah, Avengers didn't do that. Now it would be cool if they gave us an X Men game and it's story driven and it's multiplayer co-op, and you play up to 4 players at least, kind of like the Ninja Turtles game, right? But do the same thing with X Men, but make it so it's not laggy and all that shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like let it run smooth like butter, and you can play with your friends online, 4 players on the stream, and y'all play the story together. That would be pretty cool doing that. That way, the game would have more replayability. That's another thing I want to talk about too. I'm glad, yeah, hell yeah. That's another thing too I need to talk about. All these games from PlayStation, as far as like the story, the story-driven games, in my opinion, they should add more like multiplayer with those games. Stop just putting out a single player game and that's it. Nah, it can be single player with multiplayer added to it. Off the rip though. Stop adding. They add shit later on throughout the. Nah. Add that joint right there with the game, bruh. That way, you can have more replayability with the game. You know what I'm saying? That way, so like, look, it'd be like, well, we got added like Spider-Man 2, they got added in a New Game Plus, right? No, not sure how long it's gonna take, but if you already had multiplayer in the game in the first place, people won't be complaining about not having New Game Plus in it right away off the rip because they're playing multiplayer on it at the in the time period. You know what I'm saying? So like, they can be having fun doing that and having a reason to keep playing the game. Cause I'm seeing people like, damn, I ain't saying no names or nothing as far as like YouTubers, but man, they dropped that game so fast and playing something totally different. You know what I'm saying? You know, like they probably played it twice already, ran through it twice, man, and like, damn, I was like, oh, that game is short. You know what I mean? Like, they ran through it twice already like that. That's why I appreciate God of War because God of War, I know it's a one and done game. Well, it's God of War is a long game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna call God of War one and done because there's a lot you can do in that game. You can't just one and done it in a day. You know what I'm saying? Do all the side quests too. I mean, you might. I don't know. People these days can't speedrun this shit, but like, I feel like God of War. I put it this way. I think God of War gives you more value out of your buck compared to like Spider-Man 2. Even though I haven't played it yet, but the way people are just going through the game, it's like, damn, it's a short ass game. And, they completed it within like 20 hours and 15 hours, and I'm like, that's kind of crazy. That's why I'm like, look, they should at least bring that price down. I'm sorry, at least $40, $40 to $50, $49.99, at least $49.99, $50. That's high as I would go. Those I go is like $39.99 for that game. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna end up getting it though. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking my time because like I'm not in a rush to get a game that's like really buggy anyway. So I'm taking my time getting it. I'm gonna get it though eventually. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know, man. This is crazy. Yeah, just start adding more like multiplayer stuff, man. Like with these single player games. I'm gonna say something. Now, when I played God of War Ascension, yo, I was not expecting to see multiplayer in that game. And I was so happy playing it. I love the multiplayer in the game. I was like, yo, it's something okay after the game. I beat it. I can keep playing the multiplayer. I love the multiplayer in that game. It was fun for me. I liked it. It wasn't nothing massive, but it had something to entertain you when you're not playing a story mode. Or if you don't even feel like playing a story, you know what? I'm going to play on some God of War multiplayer. Ascension did that. And I felt like they was on the right track doing it. I was, you know what? After playing Ascension, I started expecting all my God of Wars to start having multiplayer. That's how much I like the Ascension's multiplayer. I thought it was pretty cool, man. You get the guys on one side of the fence, you know what I'm saying? You get your little team, and you're taking out the guys. You get to use the powers of like Zeus or Poseidon, I believe. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played Ascension as far as multiplayer. I don't know for sure if the multiplayer still plays it. They ain't even tried it out. I think they took that off. Yeah, I think they took it out. It's offline now. But I enjoyed it, man. And like I was saying, to me, in my opinion, even they need to start adding more like just multiplayer with these single player games. I don't care if it's Heavenly Sword. If you ever bring that back, uh, Ghost of Tsushima has multiplayer now, and that's working out well for that game. Horizon Forbidden West supposed to be getting multiplayer. Hopefully they do that. I haven't heard nothing from them about anything multiplayer wise from that. But yeah, I do enjoy multiplayer games. I'm pretty much mostly playing as far as multiplayer games, just like Tekken 7. I'm trying to, Fortnite here and there. Well, we're Fortnite. Um, what else? Multiplayer wise, Need for Speed, car game, Unbound. That's a good game. Um, I recently jumped back into Blood Hunt. As far as a Sony multiplayer game that they made, when I first tried the game out, I thought it was trash. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I couldn't fuck with that game. Like, it felt like the aiming was bad for me. Like, I wasn't hitting shit with this, in that game, and it was just a turn off. But recently, man, I was like, you know what? Um, I'm gonna give it a try. It's around the Halloween time too. This is Halloween in month of October, right? So I tried it out, and I ain't even gonna lie, I enjoyed it this time. I guess they did some fixes or something, and they did some work on the aiming mechanics or the shooting mechanics. I don't know what it was, but like I'm doing a lot better in that game now than I did when I first tried it out, and I'm liking the game. But I just found out recently that the game has been pretty much the devs have left the game. They just let the servers open, and I'm sorry to hear that, but you know I like the game. I do like the game, but I'm sorry to hear that it's gone like that. As far as the devs leaving it, so it's still gonna be able to be played until they say that if the player base like shrinks more, then like they'll go ahead and shut it down. But they're gonna keep it open, so that's a blessing for that. To even play that game. Now, as far as like the Justin All Stars, I play that from time to time too. I don't hate the game. I like the game too. I like cars and I like destruction, so that suits me. I like Destruction All Stars. It reminds me of Twisted Metal without guns. Basically, like you just going around knocking niggas out, but like imagine if it had guns, it would be Twisted Metal. No lie, it would be Twisted Metal. But like you just don't have the gun. That's why I can mess with that game because like it reminds me a lot of Twisted Metal. The cars have powers, and you can like, once you get your car, there's supercar out there. You do all kind of like crazy stuff. So,
¿Qué pasa, Hunter?
um, yeah, that's a good.
Salutations.
To me, that's a good multiplayer game. It ain't the best in the world, nothing like that. It ain't nothing groundbreaking, but it's something that like if you want to play something multiplayer wise, it's different. There you go, right there. Um, Now, as far as like I don't want to get too much off the subject from Marvel though. Let's get back to Marvel though. So back to Marvel though. Yeah, I'm not fatigued at all. I can play Marvel all the time, bro. Like you got people out here that got Marvel channels, Marvel and DC channels, or vice versa. So you know, I think a lot of people will be happy to get more Marvel games out here from like Insomniac or either other, uh, types of different comic book
Parker still has to
characters
mix
from
chemicals to make
different
his
comic
webbing.
book generations,
What
like
a
I said,
sucker.
from DC or Image Comics or Violent Comics. It'd be cool to see that in these games, man. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I don't expect them to make every single game Marvel. You know what I'm saying?
Hola.
But I don't mind getting a lot of Marvel games from their asses either. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if people can play Call of Duty so much after all these years and they're not fatigued of it, then, I don't think Marvel will be a big problem coming out. I'm not expecting a Marvel game every single year, but they can like make up, like two Marvel games. After that, make something different. Two Marvel games after that, make something like two Marvel games, then like two different games behind it, like a more Ratchet and Clank or something totally different. You know what I'm saying? They could probably bring back Sunset Overdrive. I don't know. I think Xbox on them probably. I don't know about that one, but yeah, just make something different as well because they switch it up. To show off their different talents besides just making Marvel games. But I want them to continue putting out Marvel games as well. I don't want them to say, you know what, this is our last Marvel game and we're done. Nuh-uh. They do a good job with this shit. They do. Speaking of Marvel games, this right here is a great game. And I wouldn't mind seeing more of this too from the developers of this game because like this was an amazing game in my opinion. It didn't do well, but I still liked it and I enjoyed it. I wish they did have multiplayer in this game, but it's a car game, so yeah. But to me, this game is underrated. It's fun, great story to it, great characters. They got my fan favorites. Oh, my fan favorites in
Hey, look
here.
who's awake.
You're looking well, Hunter.
I'm one of my fan favorites. One of my
Let's
fan favorites.
converse,
Hey,
if you
look,
wish.
where's he at?
Finally, some action. I thought my
Boy, ain't
dry
even,
spell was never gonna
he's
end.
not even in here. Where the hell is Wolverine? Well, anyway, Wolverine's in here. You got Blade in this
Hunter.
joint. You know what I mean? You got the heavy hitters. Yeah.
What's shaking?
That ain't my fan favorite, but she's in here too as well. Captain Marvel, Deadpool. You got
Oh, hey.
I'm gonna call her Jean Grey, but that's Scarlet Witch, cause that red hair. I'm thinking about Jean Grey. I'm not really a Scarlet Witch fan like that. I'm more of a Jean Grey fan than Scarlet Witch. So, but my favorite character is Storm. In case y'all didn't know, as far as the female version, females, it'll be Storm. As far as like the male characters, I had to give it to like Wolverine, uh, Bishop, Bleed. Oh, where the hell Wolverine at? He might be outside, probably.
By the rising rings of... Oh, it's just you.
Yes, hello.
But yeah, another thing too is not every game has to be like a big game from Marvel, like as far as the characters. I mean, I would prefer that for me, but like for other people as well, like not everybody like big characters. But people like small characters as well. So like you can bring out. I'm not saying make a game based off them, but like what I'm saying is like you can pull in some characters that people like for people that like small characters that are just underrated. A lot of people's not talking about that. I see a lot of that lately too. Like they want to see the stuff like Squirrel Girl. That's their shit. But I'm not gonna knock them because everybody had their own opinions of what they want to see. So that's why I hope some of y'all make a massive multiplayer game as well, like DC Universe. Because like in that game, man, as far as a Marvel game, man, you know how many, bruh, the size of Marvel's like roster, man, man, bruh, how many characters you could be getting in that game? Oh my god, it's like unlimited characters, bruh. Like they could do a poll of what characters y'all want to see in the game, like everyone would do a Mortal Kombat, and you just put in the characters you want to see. Or this sometimes get surprises. Might get like Carnage. That's another thing too. I wanted like DC Universe Online and also Marvel Heroes. In that game, you can play as the villain or the hero. Bring that, bruh, I swear. On these new generation consoles, make it look good, run good, good story, and no woke stuff. Yeah, yeah. I think it'll do very extremely well. I really do think so. And keep the content fresh, up to date. Stories and everything, and DLCs coming through, and you know. Also, you gotta make sure the characters look good. Don't have no knockoffs, man. No Walmart types of looking characters. You know what I'm saying? Like they gotta look like the OG character, like the original characters from the comic books. Like as far as the faces. I don't want to see no like they did Marvel's Avengers. Like
Hail, Holy One.
they look nothing like the
Who is it
character at all
unworthy?
in the face.
Determined.
And also make sure that their suits and everything look like the actual suits from the comic books. I don't want to see like no Walmart looking type of outfits on these characters. That if they was to make them. But I'm pretty sure some of y'all won't do nothing like that. They already made Spider-Man look like how he's supposed to look in the game. So just keep it like that though. You know what I'm saying? Don't you know restrict ourselves to like making some horrible looking suits for these characters, right? And like I said, they gotta look like the characters too. And I feel like okay, as
Hey.
far as Blade right here, now I don't know if he look like this in the game, I mean in the comic book as far as his face, but he looks like Blade to me. That look like a
Wait.
good Blade to me. Let's go to Iron. What's the Iron Man real quick? Tony Stark.
What's up, Big H?
I think it's weird that he doesn't look like Tony Stark to me. Cause when I'm used to seeing you know the Marvel's Avengers Tony Stark with the goatee, you know, with the lines and everything. I don't know why they got him look like this for. I don't know, but
Hey,
they could have
Hunter.
did a better job with him.
Hi, Hunter.
Strange he looks decent. He looks good. But
Buenos
yeah,
dias.
I'm gonna go ahead and do video right here,
Oh,
guys. But like I
Cutie.
said, hold on, before I end the video here. But like I said though, I'm getting more fatigued of Souls games. I really am. I'm so sick of hearing about Souls games. I'm so sick of hearing about, oh, the next Souls game coming out, but yet a Marvel game comes out. Though it's like, oh god, another Marvel game, another. Nah, man, I'm sick of Souls games. I'm sorry. Now, I don't mind a sword game that has the 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 playability of like Ninja Gaiden. Oh my god, I love Ninja Gaiden. You can have fun in that game and also get your ass kicked, but yeah, still have fun. You know, doing it as you please, how much you want to strike somebody down without. Watch the stamina bar. I hate that shit. And you gotta roll over here, roll, man. I mean, you can do the same in this game too, roll and like jump and everything. But you got more abilities in Ninja Gaiden as far as like your movement mechanics, like how you jumping, um, doing the flying dash, and chopping off heads and all. That game is sick. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I don't mind seeing more of that come out, but man, just big bosses with a stamina bar. That's all. You know, I'm tired of that shit, bro. It looks cool, but playing it wise for me, I hated it. I hated it. I take more Marvel, please. That's just for me though. But I love my Marvel and I love my DC. So you know, um, hopefully somebody does make some more stuff. We don't know. It could be they could change their mind on making the
What's
multiplayer game,
good?
which I hope they don't. But this is another thing too. I heard people talking about like people are complaining that Spider Man is pretty much carrying PlayStation. They are, and but this is the thing though. Don't forget that Sony owns Spider Man as far as like the movie character. So it would make sense to put him in the game. You know what I'm saying? It would make sense for them to use Spider Man since they do own a character movie rights, right? Now, even though I know Disney owns like toy stuff and stuff like that, but Sony still had to say so of that character. You know what I mean? Like, if they don't want him on certain platforms, they had the right to say that because, like, look, all they gotta say is, well, since y'all want to put him on a different platform, we can just take him um out of your movies and Marvel's Avengers or whatever game or what movies y'all might want to have him in. You know what I'm saying? So they got leverage with that nigga as far as movie rights. You know, so they could do that shit if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So Disney, they they pretty much gotta work with Sony on that part. They gotta like go have and have. Okay, well, since you feel that way, then we'll go ahead and just That y'all make some shots calls on whether or not where you want uh, uh, Spider-Man to be. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't fault Sony for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fault them for like,
How's it
putting
going?
him in the games and nothing like that
You're
though.
looking
So
stronger than ever, kiddo.
that's how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's a smart move to, have the game being made because they do have, Spider-Man movies, and it makes sense to do that. I would have do it. I would have did the same shit too. Oh, shit! And also we getting a Venom game as well. That's gonna be sick. That's gonna be sick. And I think they're gonna go ahead and make that. They saying as far as somebody else talking about like how it was up to the fans that we want to see it being made. They already knew we want to see Venom. They know we want to see Venom, man. They know that he's a fan favorite. As far as the villains and stuff. For Spider-Man, for me as villain, I ain't gonna speak for everybody, but for me as a fan, he's my favorite Spider-Man villain. And I'm gonna say something else that people might not like this either. I think Spider-Man's gameplay mechanics is more fun than Batman. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think it is way more fun than playing Batman. And I'm not speaking because I'm playing it on PlayStation. Cause I got Batman too. But I played Batman recently, and I'm like, what the fuck? This nigga, he's cool, you know what I'm saying? But like, he ain't as fast as Spider-Man. This nigga do way more shit in his combat than Batman can do. But Batman, he got gadgets, but you gotta keep in mind Spider-Man is really not a gadget guy. Like, as far as like on the go in combat, you mostly see Spider-Man like just, doing this thing as Spider-Man, just doing some crazy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So I went back and played Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I was like, damn, this boy moving out here, fighting in the air. You know what I'm saying? Air juggling these niggas and shit like Tekken and Tekken Tag 2 just got me, got me
Why,
the air,
hello, Hunter.
just dancing in the air, bro. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. You know what I mean? But yeah, yeah, like I gotta say, I like Spider-Man better gameplay. But doesn't mean that Batman is not a good game. I love my Batman games. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't gonna take nothing from Batman. You know, but I still think, we gotta keep in mind too. Spider-Man is a newer type of generation game than the Batman one is, because like
What's
we
up,
haven't had a
Hunter?
new Batman game in a while, so it might change the shit around with Batman. You never know. It might be come out better than Spider-Man, or vice versa. But that's my little rant, man. Yeah, just want to, speak up on people talking about getting hero fatigue from, playing, these games on consoles, and especially with some of y'all coming out with these games. So like, we only got Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, and we got Miles Morales. I'm not gonna kill the remaster because it's just a fucking remaster. It's not like it's a whole different new story mode for the game. So I don't see why people are counting it as 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, also you got Spider-Man remaster on. That's 4 Spider-Man games. No, nigga, it's still the same game. So nah, you can't really count Spider-Man, you know, remastered as a new IP because it's not a new IP. It's just the same damn game. So nah, we only got 3 Spider-Man games, right? And this is another thing too. How many Gears of War games are out there right now? How many Horizon Forbidden War? How many Horizon? What's the name of that game? Frozen Motorsport games are out there right now. But yet, fatigued off of 3 damn games for Spider. I'm just saying, like, be real. Like, you got all these. Not just that. Look how many games from God of War we got out right now. I'm not fatigued of God of War. I love God of War because you know why? Because there's a good story to it. I'm not getting fatigued off of a fucking story that I like. Gears of War. I like Gears 1, 2, and 3. After that, the story went to trash to me. I'm sorry. I bought my Xboxes because of Gears of War. I bought my PlayStation because of God of War. You know what I'm saying? And like also Halo too, right? But for PlayStation, it was strictly God of War. That's my favorite PlayStation game of all time. Ain't no damn Call of Duty. It's God of War. And also Twisted Metal. I love Twisted Metal. You know what I'm saying? So those two games are my favorite PlayStation games of all time. As far as you getting like, you know, console after console after console PlayStation is those games, right? So Twisted Metal, I got like what, one, two, there's like a lot of Twisted Metal games. But I never got fatigued from Twisted Metal until this is how I get fatigued from a game. And they come out shitty. I get fatigued of getting playing shitty games. Like, oh, I don't want to play this shit. This is trash. Coming out shitty and the story's been rearranged like Gears of War and I don't know, man. Like Gears of War, I'm sorry. Like they just went from Marcus Phoenix to Kate and JD, and now it's just about nah. I'm good, bruh. I don't want to know the story to it. I don't want to play that story because it's trash without Marcus Phoenix. It's trash without them being as the main characters in those games. So, but yet I enjoyed playing 1, 2, and 3. I never got fatigued of Gears of War. I never did. But I got fatigued of them changing the fucking characters around and the story around to fit other characters for another generation. So that's not my Gears. Simple as that. Now, Halo. See, I love the Halo games. I stopped playing Halo. I mean, I would have kept playing Halo, but the thing is, I never gotten Halo Infinite. I got an Xbox One, so I never got the chance to upgrade nothing like that to another console. I got my PlayStation first, so I also get the console eventually, but I wasn't seeing no games like that for Xbox. But the Halo franchise is great. You know, besides the last game they made though, Halo 5 to me wasn't that great. But I'm not fatigued of Halo. I'm really not fatigued of Halo. I love Halo. I really do love Halo. So I'm just giving an example of like all the games that came out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these games came out. But yet people are fatigued over 3 fucking games from Spider-Man. Oh look, another Spider-Man game. Another Spider-Man game. Okay, okay, the motherfucker had a story to the goddamn game. So what y'all expect? That we get a story of one and not get a story of part two or what's going on for part one? What the hell? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, of course it's another Spider-Man game. We got Miles Morales, which means we got a new character to play with in the Spider-Man games. And that, even though it's not a Spider-Man, but it's a different Spider-Man, different types of powers, right? So I'm happy with getting Spider-Man games, and I'm happy that we're getting different types of other characters coming along with the Spider-Man universe, which will be like Wolverine. Now, speaking of Wolverine again, we might be getting a Hulk game down the line too. And I am, bruh, if we get a Hulk game, it's a wrap. I'm sorry, bruh. Hulk is, oh yeah, I forgot. Hulk is one of my main favorite heroes too, besides Wolverine is Hulk. I gotta put Hulk over Wolverine. I'm sorry. Hulk comes first. It's Wolverine, Hulk, then Storm. For real, for real. I'm sorry. My boy Worldbreaker ain't no Jizzo. But yeah, my fact, let me see something. I'm gonna go in here and look at these characters. I have to do one here again. My boy Hulk, bruh. If we get this nigga in his own game, man. Like I said, I'm a huge Marvel fan, so I'm excited for this. If this is possible to get this, and SONY, please do this the right way. Just make it fantastic, man. Like this character, Hulk strongest there is, man. It would be insane getting this character, man. And like I said, even though Hulk, he has the Avengers team, make it multiplayer. You know, the story for him, I say the story for him should be solo. Cause that's the Hulk. He doesn't need help like that, right? But you can make it multiplayer wise, like play with friends, go out smash and shit. Throw in multiplayer with all these games, man. Throw it in there. Think of some ideas with the Hulk. Multiplayer wise, you go out with your friends. They got a red Hulk, one got a blue Hulk, or bring in Thor, bring in some heavy hitters in with this nigga too, right? Bring in the Thing from Fantastic Four. They're doing missions online. They're doing something that's destructive and bring some chaos and this shit. Just bring something fun to the gameplay with the online story. Nothing like, you got to do objectives like, you got to hold this down and secure this. Fuck all that. Nah, we ain't going to do no shit like that. We want to save some people, or you want to take out this boss from destroying this planet or this world. Make something more, exciting to play, not just saving a truck from, being, stolen goods and shit like that. But anyway, that'll be shit to get the Hulk in the game. Wolverine should definitely get Sabretooth. Juggernaut would be pretty cool for Hulk as well. The Juggernaut, yeah, that'd be sick. Wolverine wise though, the Sentinels would be pretty cool for him, cutting up Sentinels and shit like that. It's just so much they can do. I won't also mind seeing a Storm game. Real talk. Let's go to Storm real quick. This character right here, yeah, she needs to be in some more games, and also she needs her own movie. She needs her own story, right? And yeah, I think she deserves her own game as well. First put them in multiplayer games, and after that, go ahead and give them their own story. Their own IP game for themselves. Like Black Panthers should have one too, and they should have a story mode with her, a game with her. Introducing Black Panther, her husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, make that some kind of way, and also make them like as a story as well. A story, but make them multiplayer. Her and her husband and the X-Men, like far as multiplayer wise, you can play as Black Panther with her, not just the X-Men, but also bringing her husband. And then when his game come out, you can bring in Storm. That way you're not leaving nobody left out, and everybody can still shine in the game. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that would be pretty cool to see Black Panther and her husband Storm. I'm gonna say Storm and Black Panther and his wife Storm side by side on an online match with a friend. You know what I'm saying? Playing. Having fun doing that. As y'all can tell, I love Marvel. I'm sorry. So like. But if you also notice this too, though, I am saying bringing a lot of multiplayer with these games, not just have it just single player, one and done. And that's the problem. But see, it can be fixed this way. So look, that way, it's a win-win situation. Long as the online is done properly, And as far as the story being great, don't do it like Avengers shit. Like, that was trash. The story was trash. To me, in my opinion, it was too woke and it was too much of trying to uplift the character nobody would give a fuck about, which is Kamala Khan. You know what I mean? Like, who cares about Kamala Khan? I mean, I ain't gonna say not everybody care about her. Some people do. Okay, yeah. But like, the majority of fans don't really care about no Kamala Khan, and I didn't care about her. I want to play as, Thor and Hulk, and like, why am I playing her throughout most of the game? Nah, when you make these games, make sure you make them about that character, bro. Like, if you make a Storm character, a Storm game, or an X-Men game, okay, that's another thing. If you make an X-Men game, make sure it's about the X-Men. Don't be bringing in no people from all the sidelines and say, yeah, you get to play this character too, like y'all doing with Spider-Man too. Cause like, from what I've been seeing from the developers or something like with that part, is like they being some assholes on that, talking about like, Mary Jane, uh, she deserves to be in more roles as a hero. She's not no fucking hero. Whatever combo have y'all seen Mary Jane go out there and saving the day? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Stop doing that, though. Don't do that shit no more. The developer said he doesn't give a shit what we think, but sometimes they need to watch what they say about that type of stuff because they can end up biting them in the ass in the long run. So that's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, don't do that with the rest of these games, man. Don't be sit here and making somebody that does not have a superpower in the world in the comic books all of a sudden become a superhero. She's not even become a superhero, but yeah, but like she just, out here taking out like, trained killers and hunters, whatever, and she's just sitting along with a taser. I seen that shit, bro. So it's like, why? And why keep adding in somebody as a playable character when nobody wants to play as that character? I don't get that, man. I don't get why they doing that. Like, I mean, I do get it, but like, it's just not right because what they're trying to do is please everybody. You know what I mean? Like, SJWs and all that type of shit. So that's why they're bringing in her like that. Well, she doesn't get no kind of gameplay. What's that with Mary Jane? Mary Jane, like, she doesn't. She's just there. They complain about that shit too. She's just there. She has no kind of like. She's just there to be a damsel in distress and get saved. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people that hate to see women get saved in movies and games and shit like that, like, they want the woman to save the man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so even though I can see that they will say shit like that, but at the same time, I wouldn't pay them no mind. Like, that's a smaller. They're not the ones that's like really a fan of your work. They're the ones that's gonna criticize you no matter what you do. If you put it in or you don't put it in, they're gonna criticize something else about the game. So I wouldn't even bother or worry about them, not seeing her in action like that, and just focus on what your really true fans want to see you do. Because the ones that sit there crying about that are the ones that's not playing the game. They're not playing it. They're just watching uh, the feedback of the players, and they're looking at the gameplay, the story mode, and they're not watching gameplay. They're just watching the cutscenes, and they're looking at, oh well, damn, where's Mary Jane? Why is she not doing anything in the cutscenes? Because the story mode is tied to the the gameplay is tied to her cutscenes, so they want to see her doing some stuff. Besides looking pretty and getting captured by, getting captured by villains and saved by heroes. They don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I think I'm gonna end it right here. But what you guys think? Do you feel as though you guys are getting fatigued of playing Marvel games, and do you think we got one too many Spider-Man games? Even though we only got like 3. You know what I mean? And the 2 games that we got, from Spider-Man Peter Parker wise, just 1 and 2, just from the story of us getting to figure out what happened from, the first one to the second one. Miles Morales hasn't have a new game out yet besides this first one. Getting a Wolverine game coming up pretty soon. And hopefully, Insomniac, in my opinion, will build us a Marvel universe for PlayStation, and we just watch it grow and grow and grow. Because, like I said, Marvel's name alone is huge, okay? And like I said, in my opinion, I think it's bigger than fucking Call of Duty. It really is bigger than Call of Duty. I guarantee you, if you put in a Call of Duty movie out in theaters, and you put in something like an X-Men movie out in theaters, which one y'all think make more money in the theaters wise? Theater wise, will it be Call of Duty or would it be the X-Men? No, I'm talking about all the X-Men. I'm talking about all of them from the roster in that school, right? All of them, brand new X-Men movie. Characters from the OG X-Men, Hugh Jackman, Storm, Patrick, all those guys in the new movie. Put them in the X-Men movie and put out a fucking Call of Duty movie. Which one of y'all think will make more money in that theaters? Let me know in the comments section. Alright guys, this is Broly, this is guys signing out. One love and happy Halloween to you guys. Hope you guys enjoy yourselves. Be safe, be easy. God bless. See you guys soon.